Are you serious? Did you really tell people you don't know? Now you gonna lie to the people?
No, because
listen,
I'm Alex.
We're
the social couplepreneur.
We love to share travel and food vlogs. If you like that, make sure you subscribe to our channel. Now, if you're wondering, well, then why are they sitting on a couch and they're not traveling or eating any food? That's because today we are here to do the Heart to Heart collab created by Keeping Up with the Griffins.
Keeping Up with the Griffins.
Thank you guys so much for inviting us to do this collab. We are super excited to be a part of this, guys. If you have not heard about this collab, where have you been?
Yeah, where have you been?
Make sure that you go to our description box below and check out Keeping Up with the Griffins. And they actually have a playlist of all the couples who participated in this challenge. I think it's also people who also might be single, I think, not just couples. So go check out their channel, okay, guys? So why are they doing this Heart to Heart collab? So the thing that stuck out for me, and I have my little phone here, my little note real quick, guys. The biggest thing stuck out for me, they said that they wanted to promote love and healthy relationships. We love that for us.
We do.
And we love that for other couples, guys.
Yes.
So we're not going to hold you long. We're going to get right into the questions that they provided for us to answer. Make sure you stay to the end because we're going to tag one couple to also do this tag.
We're gonna tag one couple.
Let's get right into it.
All right, let's go.
Question number 1.
Uno.
What is your anniversary date and how long have you been together? Come on, sir. You're supposed to know this. Come on.
My anniversary date is July 12th.
Very good.
2014.
Mm-hmm.
We've been together. We've been married almost 9. Been knowing each other for 10.
Okay, very good. Tell us the story of the first time you saw each other. Okay, to make a very long story short, we first saw each other. It was actually pretty brief.
Yeah, it was brief.
So I guess the story or just how we, is it the story of how we felt? The story of the first time we met each other. Okay, like I said, it was very brief. It was in a parking lot actually of a store. Was it like Dollar General or Family Dollar, something like that? Very, very brief.
Yeah.
We talked for maybe like 15 minutes.
Maybe 15
right?
minutes.
Because we both had things that we needed to go do.
Yeah, I was actually visiting my homeboy.
Yeah.
And I came out to meet with Melissa, and then we had our conversation and we parted ways from there.
Right. So I thought, he looked nice. He was clean cut. Probably more clean cut than he is right now. But he was clean cut. Smelled good, spoke well. So I was like, okay, he kind of cute. But we didn't, like I said, we didn't talk very long. But I do feel like that I saw we needed was 15 minutes. Right. Even though we didn't go right into the dating phase.
No, we didn't.
It was I felt I had good vibes from him.
Yeah.
What about you?
I saw a very good looking woman. And then what I liked about it more so than her looks is when she started to speak. She had a lot more to say than the superficial surface conversations.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Okay, number 3. What qualities or traits do you see in me? And what's your favorite?
Melissa is independent. Melissa is hardworking. Melissa is big-hearted. And she cares for everyone.
What's your favorite?
The fact that you are big-hearted and you care for everyone.
Okay. So to give it back to you, my number 1 was going to be that you're very hardworking. And the elephant in the room, guys, I had a incident that happened, and so I've been down for a minute. Just FYI. And I talk on my hands. My other hand is like under Alex.
Yeah.
So forgive me. I'm gonna try to keep my hand down because I'm so handsy. I'm so handsy.
She's a hand talker. That's for sure.
So anyway, that's maybe a story time for another time, but not today. Anyway, He's a very hard worker. And although I mess with him a lot about this, he's very, very, very extroverted. And at times it can be a good thing. So that's why I kind of like it, because I'm introverted.
Right.
But I guess it says, what's your favorite?
We kind of balance each other out.
We do. And he also likes he's like the talker in the family. I think that might be my favorite, because like you'll really stand up for us in all the things that we're doing. Mm-hmm. Whether that be in praying or, you know, just speaking for us as a family. And I really appreciate it. Let's see. Yep. What is the biggest lesson you have learned from each other? By the way, guys, we both read these questions like when we first got them and have not read them since. So right. I apologize if I'm just trying to figure it out. What is the biggest lesson you have learned from each other?
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know if it's so much a lesson, but like, so I have faith, right? But Alex's faith is on a whole nother level, like a whole nother level. And I would say and that's just one of the biggest lessons, is that he really, when he says let's pray about it and give it to God, have faith, he means just that. We're not gonna keep on going back about it and all that kind of stuff. Like, and not that he gets mad, but he's just like, we prayed about it, like, you know, let's let God do what God gonna do.
Right. And
like I said, I'm a person with faith, but his faith is on a whole nother level.
That's true.
And that's one thing that I can say that, you know, would be like a big lesson.
And that also comes from just where I've been in my life, as far as me being in the military, me being in multiple combat operations all over the world, and God has kept me. So I have to have faith in everything that God does.
Do you have a big lesson that you learned from me?
Okay, so I'm kind of a rough around the edges person when it comes to etiquette, and I'm just being 1,000 about it. Melissa has taught me just different ways to address people, walk into a room, what I should be wearing walking into a room, just those different things that I really wasn't really privy to, as far as like paying attention to it. Melissa's taught me, you know. And then another thing is my palate is a lot different from what it's been, because I'm not a cheeseburger, chicken eating, you know, I'm not that guy anymore. I eat a lot more different cuisines of food because of my wife.
Very good.
Yeah.
Next question. How do you define love? So this is a big one. So we've had conversations about this before.
We have.
And for me, I feel like it encompasses a lot of things, right? But for me, I feel like love is more than just saying I love you. To me, love is definitely an action. Because you can say all day that you love somebody, but if your actions are doing something else, then what are we doing? Like, you know what I mean? So, right. You know what I mean? Yeah. Y'all know what I mean? Yeah. Let me ask you guys. Because we had discussions about this. I just think it's really important to show that love, right? Which in turn cause you to feel love, right? So yeah, that's. I mean, it's not a definition, but that's what I feel like love is. I feel like love is an action. I feel like love does not hurt. You know, it's what I mean is like when a relationship, like love, it should feel good.
Right.
You know, you're gonna have growing pains when you love. You're gonna go through things, but I feel like it should be a good feeling, right?
Right.
Love should also not judge.
Right.
Love should not hold grudges and things of that nature. So it's a lot that goes into that. But for me, a big thing with that is just feel like it's an action.
All the biblical concepts of what love's supposed to be. Right. Me personally.
You said that's what I said. I said the biblical stuff.
That's what it was kind of. Yeah. Basically, for me, I've really never paid attention to the fact that love is an action. I'm actually learning that, you know, you're never too old to learn anything.
That's
so
true.
I'm learning that. I really am. I love my wife. I tell her that I love her all the time.
He does.
But I might not show that in action, depending on the situation. So I want to honestly just be real forthcoming and just tell you, my wife as well, that, you know, sometimes I fall short. So I'm just learning. I'm learning.
We all are.
Yeah.
On this journey to self-discovery and just discovering together.
Exactly.
How did having children change you as a couple? If you don't have children, how do you think it will affect you if you did? How did it change us as a couple? I always think about, and I don't know why this is maybe because we travel so much. The one thing that I thought would change, but it didn't, is how we move and how we travel, right? It absolutely did not change it. If anything, it enhanced it, right?
Yeah, I actually thought that as well.
Right.
Because we used to do a lot of moving and shaking around as a couple.
Right.
And now that we have our baby girl,
we still do
that it hasn't changed.
Now I will say that
now we're not doing, not to say that, but we're not doing it as much as we would because of school and all those other different things. But if it wasn't that a factor, we'd be gone.
But you know what though? It has caused us to be more intentional about our planning.
That's true.
Honestly, it's made us stop and just be all willy-nilly with it.
Right.
And it's made us actually sit down and plan our trips.
Right.
Now, we'll also say that, you know, having our daughter, it's kind of made us have to really gel more in terms of like, especially now that she's getting older, we really have to come together as like a united front. On every, cause if you have kids, and you know how it is. I ask mommy, then I'm gonna go ask daddy. Yep. It's made us, you know, more of, you know, let's get together. And I'm telling him like, hey, this is what happened. So make sure when she come to you, like seriously, I will text him and say, hey, this just happened, just so you know.
Cause she'll do it.
I'm just saying. And now you know how kids are. They'll try it.
Yeah.
And it's nothing bad. It's just that, like, say, I don't know, I told her she can't do so and so. I will let him know that, hey, I told her this because I don't want her to come to him and now daddy's saying something different.
Exactly.
So it's brought us, I mean, we were already, you know, team us, but it really makes us even more so, you know, team to make sure that.
Because a lot of times, you know, our baby girl will come to me and, you know, be like talking about whatever, and she just spoke to Melissa, but
she tries it.
She'll just be like, in a way, be like, well, you know, this and this and this, and then I'll mess around, and sometimes I'll be like, all right, go do whatever, and Melissa be like, what happened? You missed, you know, she just told me that, but I didn't know, you know, so yeah, she'll try to keep that under wraps.
Y'all know if your parents, if you're not, you know, you've seen it. Okay.
You probably did it before.
Exactly. Okay. Numero 7. Look at me trying my Spanish, y'all. Okay. What movie or sitcom couple would you like our relationship to be similar to?
No one's. That's it. Next question.
Next. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Wow, that's the only one that kind of stumped us, or stumping me. Right. I mean, you said what you said. I guess that's okay. I hope that's okay, Griffins. I hope that's okay to answer that like that.
Deuces.
Yes. Okay. What is something that you think we both have in common?
Okay.
I'll
answer. You want to answer?
I was gonna say our faith, our love of God.
Yeah, that too.
That's the first thing, but I don't know what you about to say next.
Yeah. Well, you know, when we first. What?
Go ahead.
I love of music. And then we used to like to go out and dance. Like, yeah. Melissa got she know how to shake a leg.
Shake a leg.
I'm just messing around. But yeah, we enjoy music. We enjoy going out to different events. Actually, because of Melissa, I've again been to some different events that was pretty cool. I never thought I would go if it wasn't for my wife, but yeah.
That sounds kind of crazy. Can you give me an example? I'm probably like, what kind of events? Give me an example of like, one. I'm trying to figure it out too.
Okay, like, so we was in Atlanta, and we went to the event with Peter and
events like that. Okay, yeah. It's like different. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That was back in my days when I was doing a lot of when I was doing social media management. That's another probably story time.
Yeah.
But I used to go to a lot of events, like PR events and things like that. So that's what he's talking about. Yeah, I don't do that thing. I don't do it so much now.
Yeah.
But those are kind of okay. I thought you were talking about something.
No.
Okay. People probably like, what is he? What kind of events is he talking about?
Yeah, but that was pretty cool because those people that were at those events.
I mean, I was working.
I would have never. I would have never saw or met. So,
yeah, that's cool. Also, I think we have in common our love of food and our love of travel.
Yeah, that is true.
That's why I mild. I said food and travel.
Right. Yeah. That's hence the travel. The channel. Social Couplepreneur.
Next, what brings you the most joy in our relationship/marriage?
You start.
Didn't I answer first or last?
Lady first.
Oh. What brings me the most joy? Let's see. Actually, I think it goes back to like what we have in common.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice when you're able to have your life partner, your life person, and you guys can do things that you like together,
right,
as a couple. It brings me joy that we can both pray together. That there's no we don't have to tussle when it comes to us praying or us, whether it be going to church or just us having discussions about, our faith.
Right.
That brings me joy that this is what it is.
Right.
It's not a struggle.
Right.
And like I said, just being able to come together on common ground on a lot of things. Of course, there are things that we don't necessarily have in common, but it's nice that even the things we don't have in common, it's not like, oh my gosh, why do you do that? It's not that kind of party. We respectfully disagree or respectfully don't have certain things in common.
Right.
So in terms of just us, that brings me joy. That doesn't include, of course, our daughter, because that is a whole nother level of joy.
Right.
But right here, that's what brings me joy in our relationship.
Well, I what brings me joy is the fact that sometimes I'm a knucklehead and I do stuff. I do stuff, and Melissa loves me no matter what. Like, she loves me, and I know that, and even when I'm trying to get it together, she's still there loving me regardless. So that what brings me joy, because I know my wife loves me through and through, because I kind of put her through some stuff.
Next! Number 10. What are some short-term and long-term goals you think we have as a couple? Let's start with the short.
Okay. Short-term goals to grow this channel. Short-term goals to build our businesses. And short-term goals to sooner or later invest in some property. More property. Yeah, more property. Yeah, more property.
Okay. Long-term goals.
Continue to work on a lasting, happy, healthy marriage.
Yes.
Make sure that our daughter is fully vested in her education.
Absolutely.
And whatever additional activities or interests and talents that she may pursue. And
just add one.
Go ahead.
Okay. I would just say continuing to build financially, and just continue to build a legacy for our daughter.
Right. I agree with that. What say you?
Really? And of course, it goes without saying that, it's a goal every day to continue to build our faith.
It is.
period.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are things we discussed before. That's why I could just sit here quietly.
Right.
He already knows.
Right. Yeah, I already know. Yeah.
Was that it? I'm sorry.
Is
that pretty much it?
That's pretty much it.
Okay.
All right.
Next. Number 12. Are y'all still here? I'm sorry. Number 11. I almost jumped again, you guys.
Wow.
Number 11. At this point in time, today, right now, what are you most excited about in our relationship, marriage, or relationship or marriage? At this point in time, right now.
That we are still together.
What? What? Well, I'm most excited about the fact that of course that we're married. I was that sounds crazy. Like we were on the tip of not being married. Like what? I'm just excited about the fact that God has really sustained us, and that we continue to grow.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's been some things that's been trying it to include this, guys. But we're still standing. Right?
That's true.
So I'm excited about our future together and as a family with our daughter.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited about us continuing to grow in all the areas.
Right.
That's what I'm excited about at this moment in time. In addition to the traveling. But
a lot
the firm things, the real things are the things that I just said.
Right. So I agree with that.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Next. Hour number 12. My bad, you guys. Number 12. In what ways can we continue building and strengthening our relationship or marriage? I feel like I kind of just said that. You want me to answer that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Kind of like just number 1. Pray. Like I can't pray no more. Pray.
You're right.
Pray, communicate. That's important.
That's very important.
And not just praying individually. And that if you guys don't do that already, make sure that you pray for each other individually.
Mm-hmm.
But just coming together to pray, I think, is what is that has to be that foundation, right? Let me just make sure. I'll flip out the questions, guys. I'm sorry. Go ahead. You want to pick up for a second?
So
get my life together. Okay.
Basically, like Melissa was saying, like she might have something going on with her, and she'll text me how she's feeling or whatever, and we'll pray.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'll shoot her a text back, or voice message and prayer, and then put it in the phone. So because of whatever she's dealing with in that situation.
That's the foundation. If you can get that together, then it makes everything smooth in terms of growing together. Period.
I agree.
Yes, amen.
Amen.
Next. 13. What is your love language? Words of affirmation, acts of service, gifts, quality time, or physical touch. Those type of things. I'll go first.
Go ahead.
For me, it is definitely quality time and gifts. I'm just saying, really, and words of affirmation too. Just letting me know that you know that I am here. Hello.
I was gonna say that's probably the biggest.
That's probably that's the right. I need to know that you have heard me. I need you to acknowledge me.
Acknowledge.
I'm like the little hello, did you hear what I said?
Right.
And Alex will promise up and down that he heard me, but he forgot to respond back.
Right.
That's neither here nor there right now. Next, go ahead. I know what your biggest one is.
I don't really know. Like
what? This right here, child. I mean, this is the touch headed. He petty. What? Are you serious? Did you really tell people you don't know? Now you gonna lie to the people?
No, because
you got my dress all jacked, messed. What? You don't know?
I never paid attention.
Affection.
I never paid
touch.
I like
what?
Yeah. I love all that. But
you guys, I could be quiet the rest of my life and say not another word. And if I just do this, that's all he needs for the rest of our lives together. That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all. It's over with. Tell me I'm lying.
My back is actually itching.
Tell me. Tell me I'm lying.
Thank you.
But I'm sure is there anything more than that?
No. I actually acknowledgement. That's that. I was gonna say that was probably the biggest. I mean, touch. Yeah, I love affection, but acknowledgement. Let me know that you appreciate me, you know, what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, because I just, every day I see myself, talk to myself, and I'm doing a lot. Like, I really believe I'm doing a lot in regards of just trying to take care of this or that. You know, some things I do better than others, but yeah, just acknowledgement.
Before we get to the last question, you guys, make sure that you have not done it already. Make sure you like this video, guys. And if you like what you see, make sure you subscribe to the channel, okay? Number 14, and don't you dare click off yet. Based on your own relationship, marriage, what advice could you offer other couples that may help them in some way?
So I would say, like, I'm sure it's been said before, if you're in a relationship and you're thinking about getting married, whatever you start with, continue.
Please.
Because once you start doing whatever you're doing to catch your significant other, you know, your spouse, your girlfriend, your fiance, whoever it might be, you got to keep that pushing, because if you don't, you'll send mixed signals and they won't know what your intentions are, because they won't understand why whatever you started with stopped.
Exactly. Now I'm going to piggyback on that in a second, but my first, I would definitely say, if you're a praying person, you need to pray. Number one. Definitely. Okay. And if you're, and just to kind of say on what he's speaking about right now, if you are a praying person and you are in a dating, and you're in a situation where you're not married yet and you're out there and you're dating, you need to make sure that you're getting with someone who also has the same beliefs as you, because that's important.
Right. Be equally.
I've been there, done that with someone who I thought was the same as I was, and they weren't. And I'm glad that I picked that up early on. Mm-hmm. If that is you, make sure that person has those same qualities. And to Alex's point, so we had discussions about this before. Do not stop pursuing him. Do not stop pursuing her. Also, you should be studying your spouse, okay? It doesn't stop when you get married. Don't do that. You should be studying your spouse to know what your spouse likes, what your spouse... Bottom line, you know what you did to get him. You know what you did to get her. You weren't just, oh, I'm going to just do whatever. You listened. He likes music. Okay, check. She likes flowers. Okay, check. He likes Chinese food. Okay, check. They like books. Okay, check. So you would go scramble to go get a gift and get a book. Or you make sure that y'all next date was at a Chinese restaurant. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Don't allow the marriage to get stale because you're not, because basically you're just getting lazy. And I understand when you start having kids, sometimes it's a little bit harder, but it's not impossible.
It's not.
I'm just saying, I mean, help me out. Help your wife out. It's not impossible. And this is one conversation I can have all night long. Guys, it is so important. If you know that you cannot continue what you started, don't even start it.
Right.
Don't do that.
Yeah,
don't do it. Don't do it. And again, like I said, I know life happens, whether it be kids, big life changes, financial changes. I know things happen,
right.
But try your hardest to stay in that mode of things that you did when you guys were dating, even that first year or 2 or 3 of marriage.
Exactly.
Don't forget those things. Study your spouse. Yep. Study your spouse and pray and communicate. Please.
Definitely pray.
I'm sorry. When you said it, I was like, yes, amen. Because that's so true. It's true.
That's true.
It's true.
That's true.
So keep chasing him. Keep chasing her.
All people in the church say amen.
I'm just saying, guys. Did you want anything else to that?
No. Thank you, Joe and Christy.
Thank you guys so much
for this opportunity to collab with you guys.
We appreciate you guys so much. I know we're a little late to the
party. Yeah, we're so sorry.
We just had, just life, but we are here now, guys.
We appreciate you both.
Yes, and we also want to tag a couple, okay?
We do.
And like I said, I don't think that you have to necessarily invite a couple. I think it could be people that are also single, if I'm not mistaken. And guys, I'm just gonna say this too before I say this last part about who we're gonna tag. I don't know if we haven't talked about this. I have personally not watched anyone else's videos because I wanted to kind of have our own. I didn't want to keep hearing the question over and over again. The answer.
Right.
We did watch obviously the Griffins video.
We want to have our own perspective on
it. Kind of goes back to when we used to do challenges. I would not watch people like we were challenged to do a video.
Right.
I would just watch that person that challenged us, and that was it. I wouldn't watch anybody else's until we were done with our own because it would kind of mess up my brain a little bit.
Exactly.
So we will get to you guys who we have not seen your videos yet. I promise you that we will get to your videos, guys.
We will.
So with all that being said, we would like to invite Rome's Eating in Conversation.
Yes.
Felicia
and
Daddy Rome. We would love to see you guys also participate in this video, guys. This has been really great. We hope that you guys have got to know us a little bit better.
Yep.
And we didn't want to hold you guys too long. Hopefully we did. I don't know how much time we've been on here, but hopefully we did not do that. Again, thank you so much for keeping up with the Griffins. We appreciate you guys so much. I absolutely love this. I hope that this thing just grows and also, guys, if I'm not mistaken, they said it's okay to do this past February.
Right.
So if you see this in March, April, May, do it anyway.
Right.
Let's keep this thing going, guys. Let's promote this love and healthy relationship. Yes. Okay, guys?
Let's promote it.
So, anything else?
Like, comment, subscribe if you like what you see.
Yes.
And
even if you don't.
Yeah, even if you don't. Yeah. But also, if you enjoy travel and food vlogs, we're here for that.
Yes.
That's what we do. Just check us out, share us out, and like this video.
Until the next video, bye.
Peace.
You know Alice is going all night, y'all. He could talk until next week.
Right. All right.
Bye, you guys.
Have a blessing. Bye.
Bye.